Welcome everyone to the CAME's event on Discover how CAME can simplify your residential system for your smartphone. Today we are in streaming on CAME's social channels on Facebook, LinkedIn and YouTube. I would like to inform you that this event is recorded and will be available at the end of this presentation. Let me introduce myself. I am Marco Di Tommaso, Training Manager at CAME Headquarters in Italy. Today's speakers are from Italy. I present Stefano Bonacasa.
Hello, everyone.
And Enrico Cesarin.
Hello to everybody. Ciao.
Connected from CAME branches, we have from London in the United Kingdom, Karl Cullen.
Hello, everyone.
From Düsseldorf in Germany, Lars Küpers.
Hello, everyone.
From Miami in the United States, Jose Guillen.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for the invitation. Happy to be here.
Thank you. Okay, we can start. CAME is a leading global brand for high-quality technology solutions and products for automation, smart home, access control, and security, and parking system, able to improve people's lives and our partners' business. So, the first speaker is Stefano Bonacasa.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Marco, also for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Hope that you are having a great day or a great start of the day. Today, we are going to see, together with me, the automation part and the introduction to the CAME CONNECT. But, first of all, CAME is a factory that produces product for all different type of contexts. We are present with this product in the residential solution, the business solution, and the urban solution. So these are the three main branches of CAME. CAME is well known to bring always new product and new experience. So, for example, as different branches in terms of product that we can bring, we can start from the intelligent parking system with all the different solutions depending also on the context where I am using. But, you know, CAME is the factory main known for the gate automation and automatic barriers product. Also, these are produced by CAME and it's basically our main type of product. But not only that, we manage not only the vehicular access that could be managed via swing gates, sliding gates, or automatic barriers, but also the pedestrian access control area and the B&B solution. So CAME brings all these different solutions, bringing different type of product. But all these products can be managed with the CAME CONNECT platform. So a cloud where I can basically manage all these different type of products. There could be a parking system, an automatic barrier, in turnstile, basically connecting via cloud. And today, with also my colleague, we are going to see how to manage this possibility, starting with how is done and performed the CAME CONNECT platform. The CAME CONNECT platform that presents this logo with the cloud is divided in three main sections. We have the web page, the setup app, and the automation app. All these apps are free and downloadable on the iOS Store or Google Play Store. So if you want to try it, you can already find it into the stores. Starting with the platform, this platform is a common point for the technician and the users that want to manage one installation or more, as you can see, from remote, giving the possibility to check the devices, the possibility to run scenarios. For example, when I exit home, I want to close everything, and the support requests and events. But the technician can use the CAME CONNECT setup to manage the customer and configure the plant from remote. The user will have a dedicated app called App Automation. So the technician, through the app setup, will manage and configure all the plant and the automations, but not only. And the user will be able, through the app automation, to command from remote, see the status of my plant, run support requests and scenarios through a single app. So the cloud brings all together technicians and users. But how can I connect my automation in this case? Well, we have different possibilities regarding the type of connection that you want to use, starting with the Wi-Fi one. So you can see a gray key on the slide. In this way, for having, or for example, with a practical case, I have the Wi-Fi signal that reaches my automation. In this case, the only thing that I need is to buy this gateway, this gray key, installing it inside the control panel, and the technician, through the app setup, will be able to configure the connection through the router or the Wi-Fi signal. This means that also an hotspot, for example, from my smartphone, could be good enough. Clearly, we need a signal like a router or a hotspot that always is on and stable. In this way, I can do the connection through the cloud, and the user, by installing simply the app automation, will be already able to command from remote my automation. So, for example, with the Wi-Fi solution, we could have this possibility. I have the sliding gate near my house. I have the Wi-Fi signal that reaches the automation. Well, that's enough. I buy the gray key, I install it inside, and through the app setup, I do the connection and the setup of the plant. Let's do another case. Okay, I have the Wi-Fi connection, but it's only inside of my house. Or why not? I have only an Ethernet connection. What I can do? Well, in this case, you need to use a radio solution, buying the QB. By buying the QB, you will always connect it via Wi-Fi or Ethernet, so inside of the house or near the router, but the QB will talk via radio with all the slave modules. For example, the blue key that you see inside of the sliding gate. Well, okay, the connection is always performed via Ethernet or Wi-Fi, but the communication between the master module and the slave module will be via radio. This means that the range can significantly increase instead of using the gateway Wi-Fi. As always, technician uses the app setup to configure the plant. The user will use the app automation to manage and command from remote, basically, my plant, my automation. An example could be like this. So, okay, I have the Wi-Fi signal or the Ethernet signal inside the house, but the Wi-Fi doesn't reach the automation. No problem. You take the QB, you install it near your router, or in this case, Ethernet cable, and via radio will talk with the slave device that is installed inside the Kame product. Inside the Kame product, because you need a particular slot called key slot. Okay. Then there is the last possibility in terms of automation, and it is the GSM solution. So I told you about Ethernet, I told you about Wi-Fi, but if I am in a situation where I don't have Ethernet or I don't have Wi-Fi, and I would like to manage from remote an automatic barrier that is in the middle of the woods or far away from me. Well, in this case, what you can do is to buy the GSM module that you see right here, install inside a micro SIM, and install the GSM inside the sliding gates. Thanks to the SIM, we will be able to manage and program the GSM via SMS, but the technician and the final customer will use their dedicated app to manage the plant from remote, giving you the possibility to also manage something that is not near a Wi-Fi signal or not near an Ethernet signal. For example, as I was telling you, I could have an automatic barrier really far away from my Wi-Fi signal or for my Ethernet connection, but I would like to manage it anyway. What I can do is to buy the GSM and install it inside, clearly buying apart also the micro SIM that I need to install inside this module. As you can see, Kame brings you the possibility of many different products, but not only that, it gives you the possibility to manage all these different products as you prefer by choosing between Wi-Fi, Ethernet, or GSM connection, giving you the possibility to always program it from remote and manage it from remote via app setup if you are a technician, or manage it and command it from remote from app automation if you are a final user. Thanks, Marco, for giving me the possibility to speak about this platform and all these devices.
Thanks, Stefano. So the next speaker is Enrico. Enrico, please.
Okay, here we are. So once again, welcome to all of you. Once again, hello to everybody. And let we see together which systems that we may have inside our houses can be linked to the MTMA CONNECT platform. We are talking about the intercom solutions, first of all, then burglar alarm systems, thermoregulation, and smart home devices. All these things can be obviously MTMA products. And so let me start from the beginning with the first one. If we talk about intercom solution, of course, we may have both indoor receiver or entry panels connected throughout the Wi-Fi or throughout the Ethernet cable directly to the MTMA CONNECT platform. And thanks to this connection, we can offer to the end user the capability to use their own mobile phone or mobile device as a tablet can be, with the video entry app, which is very, very useful in order to remotely answer to an incoming call, which is performed by the entry panel. So that's the first thing that we can offer, having the intercom facility connected to the smart and to the MTMA CONNECT cloud platform. Then, secondly, we can move to the burglar alarm solution. So in this case, the system can be managed even remotely by having the MTMA Domotic 3.0 app, which in this case, it is specifically used with the burglar alarm system. And so from here, we can arm, disarm the system, having a look to all the alarms, to all the events that can run into our system. Then we may have the thermoregulation. In this case, we have a series of connected Wi-Fi thermostats, which can be useful in order to manage remotely and via Wi-Fi the temperature in our houses. So very, very easy and useful when we have, for example, our vacancy house in the mountains. So we can already start to warm up the room before we reach this house in the mountain, of course, during the winter, for example. Then we may have these smart home devices. Smart home devices means that works with a proprietary app, which is named the QBE. And in this case, the device itself, it is useful in order to manage lights, shutters, blinds, burglar alarm system, and thermoregulation. So all these stuff can be included into the management via QBE smart home device. And the app, as you can see in the right side of the screen, can be very, very useful in order to show the video and the picture of the room that you need to manage with the services that are included in that space. So very, very easy. But let me move to the second argument, to the second topic that I would like to share with you. So we are talking about the MTMA CONNECT product. In this case, we are talking about a 4G audio entry panel, as you can see from the picture that it is displayed right now in the screen. So this solution allows ourselves to answer as a standard telephone call from the entry panel that we have located in our installation and perform some activation to all the services connected. Let me say, first of all, that our colleagues from the other branches that are connected into this webinar today will talk about very, very clearly, will talk about the capabilities of this solution, reporting their own case histories. So just let me introduce a simple example. In this case, we are viewing a bed and breakfast house in the Tuscany Hills. So why we have used this picture in order to describe the behavior of the MTMA 4G entry panel? just because we may have it installed somewhere nearby the gate that we have obviously at the beginning of this way to the house. And how it works. Let me suppose that not always the owner of this building should be inside. So the meaning of this is that in our example, the lady who is represented over there in the bottom picture is going into the airport, is going abroad, but she is capable to receive the call into her own mobile phone directly from the MTMA CONNECT entry panel. And she is able to perform the activation, the opening of the gates also from abroad. So this is very useful just because the end user, the final user, can do everything and can manage all the installation without having the need to pass through specific apps. So in this case, the openings of the gate can be done directly from the keypad of the telephone. But let me go ahead, giving the possibility to our colleagues to explain a little bit more these scenarios. And we can go throughout the smart home devices that Kame has in its portfolio. So specifically, I would like to talk about the QBE shutters and lights. This is a smart home device that is also compatible with the Matter certified voice assistant. This means that this is a new protocol, this is a new standard, of course, suitable to be used by skipping the use of proprietary apps from Kame. And that's why it is very, very useful and user-friendly in order to use our voice assistant ecosystems. So from these apps, these could be Amazon Alexa, Google Home, and Apple Home Kits. From these ecosystems, we can just go throughout the control, the full control of our houses. So mainly, let me say that for shutters and lights, for this QBE version, we can manage remotely and from the control of our voice all the shutters that are inside our house and all the lights, not only on-off lights, but also dimmable ones. And there is another thing that we can underline. We also have the possibility to use proprietary tubular motors that are named KBS5. In this case, also from remote, we can even know exactly which is the position of the shutter in that moment, because they have a radio communication one-to-one by using the Kame protocol toward the Kame QBE shutters and light device. So basically, let me resume what we have seen up to now. So Kame Connect platform grants the connection to internet via proprietary Kame gateways and grants also the compatibility with the new Quick Connect gateways. Means that the new control boards available from Kame has already got inside the proper slot to accept the gateways that we are offering. Then this solution grants also the possibility to have a very, very easy and smart configuration by using the setup app and the Kame key, which is a tool specifically designed for our installers. And obviously, when we talk about installers, we also need to talk about the end users. In this case, the full remote control throughout the app from Kame will grant to the end user the specific management of all the automations, all the services that the end user has in his own house about the Kame products. So that's all for the moment. Thanks to you.
Thanks, Enrico. And now let's start with the interventions of the branch colleagues with their case studies. The first speaker is Karl Cullen from United Kingdom.
Thank you, Marco. and thank you to all of you for taking the time to view us on today's webinar. I'm going to be covering the MTMA CONNECT product in a little bit more detail, and also giving you information about how we at CAMA UK use the product ourselves. So firstly, a brief introduction. My name is Karl Cullen. I'm the Technical Training and Development Manager for the CAMA UK and Ireland group. I've been working directly for CAMA since 2016, and previously to that, I worked with CAMA Park in a range of roles based both in the UK and in Spain. So we're really looking at the MTMA CONNECT as my point of focus. And this is a relatively new product, which I probably don't need to go into too much detail about because Enrico has already covered some of this. But its key features are that it uses 4G LTE connectivity, which therefore means you don't have to worry about any specific cable distances. It can be installed in remote locations. And the biggest advantage for us is that it includes CAMA CONNECT. So by using the CAMA CONNECT cloud, it gives us the option to set up and calibrate connected automation devices, gates, motors, and barriers, etc. And this can all be done on a smartphone app. We can also carry out remote diagnostics and maintenance using the CAMA CONNECT website. And we can also, by using voice commands, ask Alexa to open the gates. And this is a great tool for the end user. So the MTMA CONNECT gives us no need for specialist receivers or custom dedicated phone apps, easy installation and quick setup. Now what we'll do next is have a quick look through the door entry usage side of the product, which is one big advantage for us, where we can use the phone itself to act as an intercom receiver, so we can answer intercom calls directly from the gates straight onto our phone. And because there are numerous people in the offices who can take these calls, it's a real benefit that we can store up to 5 numbers against each call group. So for example, front desk, goods inwards can all be summoned, and a various group of people can answer the call and take them. These can be mobile phones, landlines, or even other connected phone devices. And another big advantage is that we can change the call list by specific days or times. So for example, in the evening or at weekends, we can change who receives the calls and in what order. And a big advantage that we find specifically is using the additional outputs to control non-CAMA third-party products. So not only can we open our gates, but we can open a third-party roller shutter on our goods inward door, as an example. So that really takes us through to our usage of the CAMA automation. And what better example does that give to our customers if we use the product ourselves? Firstly, our head office, the CAMA UK Midlands branch, based in Castle Donington. At the front entrance, there are a pair of guard PT barriers with control boards in master-slave formation, or as what we sometimes know as drawbridge formation. And these are linked to the auxiliary control of an MTMA CONNECT installed by the front door. Staff members who have access to the automation app on their phones and who arrive either early or leave late can control this barrier as they need to. Obviously, the timing of the barrier during normal opening hours is controlled by a CAMA CONNECT scenario and schedule. And we'll look at those in a little while. The rear entrance to the Midlands branch has a BKV sliding gate motor, again connected to an MTMA CONNECT. Again, staff and management can use the automation app on their phones to control this, but it can also be triggered to automatically operate via CAMA CONNECT. Next, we'll look at the CAMA UK London branch, where I'm based in Hemel Hempstead. And we have a front barrier at the right entrance of the property, which is a Guard GT8. This is connected to an MTMA CONNECT, which is installed via an internal barrier, which we'll look at in a moment. Again, the management and our staff can use the automation app on their phones to arrive and control this barrier as they need to. Again, normal office hours, the barrier will automatically open and close using a CAMA CONNECT scenario. The internal barrier, which takes us to the staff parking area, is controlled via the MTMA Connect on an intercom post. So this way, staff can raise and lower the barrier as they need to gain access to that staff parking area, and also goods delivery vehicles can speak to appropriate members of staff to raise the barrier to let them in to the goods area. The goods area itself uses a third-party roller shutter mechanism, which is connected to the auxiliary output of the MTMA Connect. This means that this roller shutter can also be activated on demand via the CAME automation app. So deploying the app, staff have access to the entrance barriers to control these as they arrive, and also the BKV sliding gate motor at the rear. And at the London branch, both barriers at the front, as well as the goods in roller shutter I just mentioned. Now, we also use scenarios and calendars to ensure that workshop and factory staff have easy access via the front area at our Hemel office. The Midlands branch follows suit at about 7:30 a.m. The main barriers open at 8 a.m. and everything closes at around 6 to 6:30 p.m. But obviously this scenario only runs Monday to Friday. Should there be holidays, weekends, etc., then of course the gates and the barriers all stay closed. And that brings us to the end of my part of this presentation, and I shall thank you once again and hand you back to my colleague Marco.
Thanks, Karl. Thank you very much. The next speaker is Lars Küpers from Germany, CAME Germany.
So, thank you, Marco, and once again, hello to everyone. So, first, I would like to give a short introduction of myself. My name is Lars Küpers. I've been working for CAME since the beginning of 2020. As an area sales manager, I'm in charge for the northwest regions of Germany. Part of my daily business is to find the right access solution that meet the customer's requirements. And I'm quite sure my background as a trained electronics technician is a great advantage for this. So now I will talk a solution which we realized for one of our customers. What was the situation? The customer installed a sliding gate at the front entry of his factory. The gate is closed during the nighttime and remains open during the working hours. After a few days, they realized that they run into an unexpected problem, so car and truck drivers used driveway to turn around. What is the CAME solution? We provide the customer a simple and effective solution by using the GUARD GT8, the MTMA CONNECT, and the RGSM gateway. The benefit of the solution is that it can be installed easy and afterwards. The customer does not need any new cable connections to the building. All we needed was a power supply and a mobile SIM card. We installed a GUARD GT8 barrier to regulate the access during the day. Truck drivers and visitors easily register at the reception via the MTMA CONNECT. The MTMA communicates with the barrier by using the CRP protocol and can be controlled by the reception during the call. Employees can open the barrier with a call, but only at specific time of the day. In addition, and to provide a full solution, the existing sliding gate was equipped with a RGSM gateway, which is also integrated into CAME CONNECT as a third-party device. The daily opening and closure of the sliding gate is controlled by a scenario scheduled through CAME CONNECT. The management can operate the sliding gate and the barrier by the CAME automation app and have access at any time. So, thank you very much for your attention for this small solution, and now I will give back the work to Marco.
Okay, thanks. Now the next speaker is Jose Guillen from United States.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for the invitation, Marco, and all the team. I will present to you basically a real-life case scenario where we are implementing the CAME CONNECT solution. This is a little index we're gonna on the presentation that I'm bringing to you guys today. Introduction, a little bit about myself. My name is Jose Guillen. I'm the technical service manager for CAME Americas. I've been in the company since 2013. And the best way to describe my job is basically pre and post sales support. And also, I'm in charge of training our partners all over Latin America, the Americas, and the Caribbean. And also, I'm very happy to be here in this initiative that we're bringing to you today. Now, this is a little phrase that we created for the CAME CONNECT solution, and we'd like to share with you. Now, let's just recap. Even though my colleagues have been talking about this solution very well explained, let me just give you a quick recap. What is the CAME CONNECT solution? The CAME CONNECT solution is is the IoT technology that allows us to control on a remote manner automations. In our case, what do we need? We need an operator, a motor, something that we can control via either CRP protocol or a dry contact. We need a gateway because we need access to the internet so we can log into the CAME CONNECT app or the CAME CONNECT application. And then how do we get to the application? Either a mobile app, whether a cell phone or a tablet, or perhaps your computer in your desk. So now how are we able to use this solution? Well, we're going to need two apps, right? So we're gonna need the technician app. With the technician app, you're able to set up your installation and do all kind of support with it. I'll get shortly to you on that one. And then the end user app, which allows them to either open, close, implement scenarios, and open service requests, which is very important. And I'm gonna be speaking about that in a few. Of course, both apps available in the Google Play Store and also in the App Store. Now, let's give you a quick application on support, support application for this solution. Now we have this customer that has a lot of they manage a lot of support for a lot of gated communities. Now the best way to do this is either you have two options. You can either send your technician on site, or I'm going to show you a way to do it remotely. So now, what is the problem? The customer, the end customer, in this case the gated community, reports an issue that he's having with the gate. Now, what do we have here? Right now, the location is about 17 kilometers away, 25 minutes driving without traffic. And we all know that, peak times, anything, those 25 minutes can turn into perhaps an hour or maybe more. Now, let's see what we have here. So, first question will be, does the customer have a CAME CONNECT Wi-Fi gateway device installed? Yes or no? Let's see how can we help the customer. So now, if the customer doesn't have it, well, like I said, we're going to have to dispatch a technician, troubleshoot the system, and if lucky, if we have the right parts or whatever we need, we're going to be able to fix the problem. But imagine if you don't have the parts, so you dispatch a technician, the technician got there, troubleshoot the system. Maybe he doesn't have the part, he has to come back to the shop, get the part, and go back to the customer. So you're wasting time, money, etc. Now, what happens if the customer has the gateway tool? So the first thing would be to guide the customer to open a service request if the service request is not already open. Now, once the customer opens the service request, we're going to use the desktop app to help the customer to troubleshoot the system, and I will show you really quick how we do that. Now, let's say Mr. Customer call us and he say, I have an issue. Well, Mr. Customer, what will be the problem? Of course, they're going to say, I don't know. They're not going to get into the control board and do all this troubleshooting. More likely, they're going to say, it's not working, of course. And then, okay, no problem, Mr. Customer, open your automation app, and I will guide you through the process how to open a service request. So we just basically tell the customer, go to the right top corner, 3 lines, click on that, then look for the option for service request. Then you see a lot of closed service requests. We're going to ask the customer, click on the app that says new support request. And then we're going to tell the customer, fill in the blanks. Make sure that you choose the right options, because remember, one of my colleagues mentioned, you can have different locations. You want to make sure that the customer picks the right location, provides you enough time to do the troubleshooting, and then the service request is going to be open. Now, from the customer side, we're pretty much done over here. Now it's going to be how we're going to handle the service request. Now, we as a text, we go to the CAME CONNECT setup app, the setup app. So with the setup app, we open our app, and this is the options that we're going to get. Now we're going to focus only on this one. We could spend quite some time talking about the first option, which is a CAME key tool, but it's not the presentation today. We're going to go speak about the remote option, which is a CAME connect connection. So we click on that option right there. Next thing that we're gonna get is gonna be the tools app, the tools that we can get with this app. Really quick explanation of what we have over here. What tool do we have? We can see the status of the automation, firmware version, and how many maneuvers do we have on this tool, on this specific operator. Now we have a guided procedure for first-time installation, which will tell you exactly what you have to do when you're installing an operator for the first time. Now, configuration will allow you to change a lot of parameters such as automatic closing, motor power, points of slowdown. I mean, there's a lot of different things that we can enable or disable, just like safeties, for example. We can enable, disable safeties, and so forth. The remote control option, I love this option because imagine if you have a customer that is 3 hours away from you and he asks you for 2 remote controls. So you're going to take the drive for 3 hours to go there and go there and set up the devices. Forget about that. It's a waste of time, money, etc. What you can do over here, you have 2 options. You can either, you can use our app and you have 2 options. Either pre-configure the remote control with a QR that with the remote controls already have, or on the other hand, you can actually use the on-site option, which you can tell the customer when he receives the remote control, go next to the operator, and then you'll have the operator learning the remote control. So those are 2 options that you can use. So you don't have to take the long trip just for 2 remote controls anyways. So we have the safety input status. You can see in real time how the safeties are, whether they have a blockage or not. Now, commands, you can send opening commands, closing command. You can do a hardware reset. You can send a calibration to the motor. So a few things that you can do with option over here. My favorite is the list of errors. You can see exactly what's going on. Now, let's go back to the reason why we're here. The customer calls and he says, I have an issue. So first thing you do is what's going on with the operator, Mr. Customer. He won't know. He's going to tell you, more likely, he's going to tell you it's not working, of course. So what I would do the first time would be, okay, no problem. Let's open a service request. Let me go to my app. So I have my resources. And the first thing that I'm going to do is open my list of errors. So I go to super request, click on that option. Make sure that I find the customer ticket or service request for the customer, which is right here. First option, I click on that. I find the right operator, the device that is having the issues. So I click on that device. And then my first thing to do will be go to my list of errors. So I'm going to analyze the data that I'm getting from there because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the gate is working, not working. Just the customer said, I don't know what's going on. So I click on my list of errors and I look at the screen. And looking at the screen, so we have a lot of, it's just basically saying, quite a few errors. If we interpret this data, more likely it's going to say obstacle, obstacle, obstacle. So what's going on? So we can call Mr. Customer and say, Mr. Customer, do me a favor. Do you see anything blocking the system or not? More likely it's going to say yes. So what I can do first, I can go to my configuration tab, my configuration tab, or my safety status app. Actually, I click on that and I'm going to see the status of my safety device. My safety device is saying, hey, I'm blocked. So I call Mr. Customer. Mr. Customer, you see something over there? More likely, I see something over there. There might be a motorcycle, but I don't know if it's blocking or not. Well, guess what, Mr. Customer? Do me a favor. You mind removing the motorcycle so we can do the status again? So remove the status. You update the status. More likely, your case is going to work again because you remove what's blocking it. So basically, I'm just showing you here an application that you can, an application for a solution. You can, you didn't have to send somebody to that location just to find out that a motorcycle not properly parked was blocking the whole system. So now, benefit. What do we have to benefit from here? First of all, real-time remote testing and support of our customers' automation. It's not only for this gated community. You can have a parking system. With our parking system, you can have, through our Lindsay software, you can monitor exactly what's going on with your entry or exit unit. However, you don't have an access to the gate. You could also install that tool on your gate and monitor on real time what's going on with your gate as well. Now, what do we have? The possibility of an instant remote problem solving. So like I said before, we didn't have to send somebody in rush hour, perhaps, maybe an hour drive to go to the site, troubleshoot, come back, grab the part, go back again. So we wasting a lot of time and money. In this case, we were able to solve the issue just right there on the spot. What if we find a problem and it wasn't an easy solution like the one I just presented to you? You're able to see on the error logs what error you're having or what errors the gate is having, And perhaps if you don't have the tool to fix it right away, at least you can schedule the technicians with the right part, so you can go and solve the situation right there at the moment. Again, you can manage support for all your customers' installation and from our setup app. And then, of course, the same, this customer is gonna feel secure, because you basically, that's a plus that you offer to the customer. It's a customer, something happened, I'm just a click away. You basically open a service request, and right there, I will be able to check your system, and more likely I'm able to fix it. Otherwise, I'll be there either this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow morning with the right part to get you up and running. And the best thing about it is you can apply this type of solution for all the CAM and CRT compatible devices. And one, thank you very much for your attention. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to inviting us, and all the you viewers for taking the time and paying attention to the presentation. And Marco, back to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Jose. And now, and thanks to all speakers. So, and voila. So, okay, we are arrived to the end of this presentation. Okay, you have been able to discover how CAM can simplify your installation through solutions connected to the internet and manageable via smartphone. If you would like to receive the certificate of the participation, you may download it from the CAM Training Lab website using the link written in the event description, or via this QR code. In case of question, please send us an email to traininginternational@came.com. I remind you that this event has been recorded and will soon be available on all CAME social media channels, Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, and on the traininglab.came.com website. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks to
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Bye.